make money with zero capital? And my answer is yes, it is possible. It is possible for a person to make steps in the positive direction and actually accumulate financial strength, finances, without any capital. So I have 5 points prepared for you, and this is why I'm so much in the affirmative, so much agreeing. So come on this journey with me. Let's look at why it is so very possible for a person to make money with zero capital. So viewers, good to see you. I'm Arnold Knyng, a motivational speaker, certified business coach. Yes, I've had experience in the legal field, experienced in the law. Then beyond that, I've been running enterprises, working with NGOs, etc. Making things work in our planning sessions and putting things in order for productive work. So the question is it possible for a person to make money with zero capital? You know, very interesting documentary topic and very relevant today. It's after COVID-19, after 2020, and we've all been working on things that are very practical to make things work for ourselves, whether as organizations or as individuals. And today we're answering this very important, interesting question of if it's possible for a person to make money with zero capital. And my answer is yes, it is possible. It is possible for a person to make steps in the positive direction and actually accumulate financial strength, finances, without any capital. So I have 5 points prepared for you, and this is why I'm so much in the affirmative, so much agreeing. So come on this journey with me. Let's look at why it is so very possible for a person to make money with zero capital. So I'm going to give you the first one. And on this first one, I just noted that it's always about you, nothing else to blame. It's just like flowing water. So the question is it possible to go beyond anything and actually attain something? Is it possible for you to create a legacy for your family and the descendants that come after you? The question is all about what you do. So it's not about you throwing lemons at me. I can make lemonade. So that's the question. What direction are you flowing in? So if you know me, if you know my podcast, you know of this equation that I give to you. And the idea is effort plus direction is equal to your results. So you may put in effort. The question is it well directed? The second thing is you may have direction. Now this is how you get your results. So I like the concept of one being resourceful anyway, and it moves with this equation. So the idea, the question is, are you putting in the efforts? And in what direction? Are you productive? Are you providing something of value? Then you realize the money will follow. So beyond this, what am I saying about you then? What is the place of capital in a business? Of course, there is a place for capital, but the place of capital is to grow an existing productive business. You get it? The place of capital is to grow an existing productive business. So this is the concept of scaling. You can note this down in your notepad. You can put it on your vision board. You can paste it on your wall, at least for 2024. And if now we're in a different year, you paste it for that particular year. You understand that it's about scaling. That's where money comes in. So for instance, some of you would know of business venture capitalist shows, like Shark Tank. Know of Shark Tank? We also have others. I know of the other venture capitalist sessions and shows that we have, like Dragon's Den, right? So in all those shows, it is clear business is business. And when you come in for more capital or capital investment, financial investment, the idea is simply growing on an existing business. The idea is getting to new markets. Let's say my markets are in Zimbabwe. Let's say my markets are in Beitbridge. Let's say my markets are in Musina. Let's say my markets are in Lusaka, right? And now you want to expand and grow and scale your business to different markets. Now you need capital. Now you need extra capital to simply expand the reach and multiply your efforts. But can you make money with zero capital? Of course you can. How can you? You can start by selling something that is within your reach. You can start by selling your services, going somewhere to clean. If you go somewhere to sweep the whole for the whole day, you definitely make money. The idea now is, can you make more money? Now when you talk of making more money, now we talk of scaling. So do we understand the position of money? Let's say you're not having any business going and you're seated at home and you're thinking, I don't have capital. Now that's not the place of capital. That's not the place of capital. To get started, you simply have to knock on someone's door and go like, here I am. I have a service to provide, or I have a good to sell. All right. So a mentee of mine asked me as we're rounding up there some month back, some 6 weeks back, right? They asked me, they said, Arnold, tell me, what is a business? In a simple concept, just talk to me, brother. What's a business? And I told them, my sister, you're probably working somewhere and you're thinking, what's a business, right? And a business is simple. It's selling of products or services, goods or services. That's the simple metrics to it. So if you have a good to sell, maybe you don't have capital, right? You don't have money, but you have certain goods to sell. Good. Now you can start accumulating some cash flow. You can start having some cash flow, and then you can expand on that cash flow. Then secondly, you have a service to provide. Perhaps you're good at teaching. You can teach something. Perhaps you can even teach the art of music, right? Yes, you can start from there, sell the services, and have a business running. So that's it, and that's the simple concept of business. So let me also get to you on a certain point when it comes to making money with zero capital. Let's look at this. Let's say money is not your greatest capital, and that's true. The good you're providing, the service you're providing, that's your greatest capital, because that gets cash flow. Once the cash starts running in, probably now you simply have to sell those services, sell those goods to a greater number of people, and that's where money comes in. It's scaling, right? Let's take this point also. You can note this down in your journal, on your board, on your wall. Say, you don't owe money a date. Just leave it. The idea is this: if you forget about money for a while and you consider producing a viable product, a viable service, then money will soon come, because money will follow value. Money will follow the value that you're providing to the community, to your service. And don't think on the service that you're providing, and don't think too far. Just within your reach, you have someone to provide that good or service to. So you can start running even without the capital. If you have someone just next to you or something, you can tap them and say, start running even without the capital. You get it? All right, now let's look at this one also. We say, so I told you 5 points, right? So now I'm getting to the third one. And it says, give it, don't get it. Now this is concerning money or in line with money. You say, give it, don't get it, and you will be okay. So the idea is this: if you think of getting money all the time, you become a slave to operations. You become a slave to it. For instance, when you think of getting money, you start having a slavery mentality of, okay, I can do anything for the money. You get it? But if you think of giving the money, you think, okay, let me sell a a pack of beverages. Let me sell them and give value. Then you realize after giving the value, you've initiated a principle. And so you start getting more than you'd have spent to acquire the goods. So you start making profits. And that's how you make money. Not a slavery mentality, not a beggarly mentality, but keep parting with your money, giving your money so that you get from it and you get as profits. Give and get more. Give to that wholesaler. Take it, sell it at retail, you get more. So that's the idea. And I say it, give the money, part with your money, give it, don't get it, and you will be okay. So I speak on this in my book also, Beginner's Guide to Wealth, which touches on finances. And these books are available. And that's the idea. You have to part with your money and then receive it after it has accumulated. And that's the simple principle to getting more money. All right, let's talk on this one. Fourth one is network. Have a network. You're as good as your network, right? So if you have a network of a person who can afford to give you the certain amount that you would need to take your business even further, that will be priceless. You having that network will be priceless. And so you also have to have that sound network. Be there in the field, be relevant, offer your services, link, rub shoulders, be relevant, offer the value. You remember, you have to offer value to get your value's worth, right? The cash that you would be paid for either your goods or your services. Increase your network base. Don't be the person who's frowning all day in town, right? Have a network, have friends, ask questions, learn, be humble. I remember attending a business seminar last year where this great friend of mine now gave us this illustration, and he actually said, be humble enough to learn. When you ask someone who's done what you're doing, who's done it before, and be humble enough to actually listen. Don't ask a question and go like, yeah, I think perhaps. Listen, right? So you actually give some 2 minutes of your time. You remember someone told me you actually pay attention. Listening is called paying attention, right? So, and this is a very sound platform. We're talking of how to make money with zero capital. You have capital, and the capital that you have at this time is at least your time. Pay it. Pay your time. Some of you are paying your minutes to watching, just action movies, and I'm a fan of action movies, right? But that should not be your focus in taking 24 hours of your day, right? But the concept is this: you can pay attention, you can pay time, and that's a resource that you have. So be resourceful with it. Pay attention and learn from your network. Network. Cracking a joke, having a laugh with that person who's done what you wish to do actually gets you the money, because you're connecting with your network, and that will help you a great deal. So that's just it right there. Then the last one that I have on this, actually your point. So I have a point number 5, and it's enjoy. Just have a blast at it. Enjoy the business field. Enjoy networking and relating in your field of work. Enjoy and have friends. Now, on having friends, I also relate to the second book that I wrote and published, which is 5 Huge Truths in a Relationship. So if you check in that book, in the bonus facts section, you get something that I talk about when I talk of building new friends, having new friends. Having new friends is not such a bad idea. When we were in kindergarten, we had friends. When we were in primary school, we had a new set of friends and some other friends that we had before. When we went to secondary school, it was the same thing. When we're now in tertiary and in our field of work, it's the same thing. And yearly, you can build a new rapport with new friends. And that's good for you. And it's also good for the friends. So you realize that you have to continuously network and you have to continuously grow. Don't be afraid of change. Change is actually what we all need. Holding on to a person whom you have a vertical relationship with, and perhaps you are dragging each other down, or you're feeling too indebted into what you're doing would not necessarily be helpful. So in this idea of making money with zero capital, increase your friend base. Be a person who's happier, be a person who's more engaging, be a person who takes risks and explores new environments. Have new friends, make new friends, knock on new doors, have new rapports, new conversations rather, right? Have new conversations. And that is how we get to continuously be on a trajectory of an upward productive flow. So that's it. Hope to see you more even as we discuss daily consistency as an important skill among 4 skills, productivity as an important skill among 4 skills, and then 2 complementary skills that we should know that they are complementary skills, which is organizational skills, right? They are complementary. And leadership skills, right? They are complementary. So the above 2, we have to know that we have to continuously be at them. Then the second 2, we take them as complementary. So with this, we continue to be on an upward trajectory. How to make money with zero capital. Can you? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So be at it. Start making money with zero capital. Start using these tools. Be out there. It's about what you do, not what things happen. You do it. You create new channels. Nothing can block you. Right? So thank you very much. It's like water. If water gets to a place where it seems there's a blockade, water always finds a passage through. That's why we find cracked rocks, right? Which finds only small cracks, and they start digging on the small crack, digging on the small crack. When you come after some time, you find now there's a river flowing through a rock, right? After 50 years or so, we have rivers flowing through rocks. So you realize it's not about what the situations are giving to you. It's about what you are doing with the situations. You have enough resources. Just stand up and be resourceful, right? Make money with zero capital.